you're excited.
I'm so excited.
I know you're excited.
Very.
They should be excited too.
Very.
They should be really, really, really excited. We have a surprise. Not only a surprise, but previously what we've done before in the past, that's all a joke now. What we have behind here, oh, it's going to surprise you.
It's so exciting.
The last video, y'all might know that we were talking about him getting a new car.
Yep.
Now, the new car is not a brand new car, but it's an old generation of a car that actually means a lot to the import community. And it is a true import. Back when Datsun, before it came Nissan, they made a really true built car. It is an actual nice rear-wheel drive, down to the T on Datsun.
They made them in automatic and manual.
Happily enough, this man's got a 5-speed car under his name now.
Yes, I did.
And I'm left in the tracks.
It's gonna keep up.
Okay, forget about the G right now. Forget about that. This is way more important than that.
Very.
Very more important.
Very.
You want to do the honors?
I do want to do the honors. Let me do that. Let me open up the garage. That's right, guys. The Datsun 280zx.
This is a 1981 Datsun 280zx. It's got some miles on it. It does have some miles on it.
This car's been sitting for a year and a half. You guys are actually going to see us do a startup video on it. Not right now, because there are some parts that need to be just very minor parts. It needs a starter right now. Besides that, the T-tops do leak right now. You know, I mean, there are some things here and there. It shows its age, but we'll run. So I'm very excited about it. Please leave comments, and if you drive a 280zx, and let me know what you've done to the car, and let me know what you think I should do to this one, because right now this one's bone stock. Yeah, we can take you around the car, and I can tell you what's new on it and show you what needs to be replaced and what our future plans for it are. I'm super stoked, man.
I know you are. So am I.
We got a 280Z, and we're getting merch now.
Yep.
So it's gonna be a good start, and you know, and like I said before, you know, I hope you guys tag along with us. I'm super excited. He's super excited.
Oh yeah.
This thing's super excited, and it's not even alive yet, and I know it's excited because it's been wanting a new home.
Look at the smile that front of the car has.
This has been sitting outside for a year and a half. The engine is not seized. It has fresh oil in it. It has fresh DOT 3 brake fluid in it. It has every liquid in there, antifreeze, all that stuff is all fresh in this vehicle. There is not a darn thing that hasn't been. There are a couple things like the clutch issue we were talking about before, how it stays to the ground. Turns out, and this is why I'm very excited, it's not that hard. And a lot of you guys are going to comment on this as well. The slave cylinder and the master cylinder. I got to bleed out the slave cylinder, and that should pressurize the clutch so I can drive it. Hopefully, I don't believe they need to be replaced because the master cylinder actually looks fairly new on this vehicle, and the slave cylinder doesn't look that bad either. It just hasn't been used in a minute, so it just needs to be pumped through a couple times because I think it has air in it. So I think that's all that's wrong with this car, and it may look raggedy, but it'll run. It'll work. I'm super stoked. You guys, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You guys have no idea. There we go. Now, since you guys are with me right now, I'm gonna show you this. This is exciting. So all the injectors in here, most of the fuel lines for the injectors, all that is brand new. The EGR, all the lines for that are brand new. All the vacuum lines are still good, including the ones up here. There's no rips or tears or anything in them, so the engine is still in good condition. Along with that, There are a couple things that need to be replaced though, even though I'm really excited. Like for instance, the starter. That was one thing that needed to be replaced. There's something here that's supposed to go here. I don't know what's supposed to go here. If you know what's supposed to go there, please let me know in the comments. The mass airflow sensor here, before the guy gave it to me, he actually got it from Nissan, brand new from Nissan. So this is brand new as well. I mean, there are a lot of things on this car that got replaced. Even the back brakes for this car started out as drums, and we actually had them replaced into rotors and brakes. So now it has rotors and brakes on the back as well as the front. So it has better braking power now as well. So this thing is phenomenal. It came with a battery in it. The battery actually holds a charge. So I'm able to actually try to crank this thing whenever I want to when I get the starter in. Now, previously off camera, I actually tried starting this thing, and typical old school car, you go and start it, and the starter would just go tick, 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 and it wouldn't turn over the engine. Took it apart and found out it just wasn't salvageable, so we need to get a starter for it. The thing is with the belt, so on the inner part, if you can look down in here, I don't know if you can see that within the camera, the AC belt is not attached right now. Up here, these belts are attached and they do work. So as soon as we get this engine up and running, that'll free up a lot of stuff. Stock air intake, I mean, this thing it looks hideous right now, but everything works as it should. The actual wiper motor for this thing looks horrendous, but still works. That is, I mean, I don't know if Bobby can get you up close with this or not, but this thing is really, really rusted, and it's seen some better days. There's all sorts of stuff around here. It's really rusted, but it works. It moves these, it needs wiper blades too, but it moves. It moves, 100%. The back one we haven't even tried yet. We may try it on camera with you guys today. I don't know. I'm excited either way. But everything works on it. Cruise control, all that stuff, it should work. We'll know when we get the car started and moving if that works or not. I'm pretty sure it will though. And if it does work, I might actually crap my pants. I'll be so excited. You want to show them the inside?
Sure.
Let's see what's going on. So, you guys are going to get in the passenger seat with Bobby. These T-tops are still good. As you can see, they're pretty dirty. I haven't had a chance to wash the car yet. But all the seals around here are all cracked and broken. They need to be replaced, which is why this thing's going to be sitting in the garage for a minute. You'll be seeing us do all the work and everything to this car in the garage, 100%. As much as we did our videos in the garage, we now have another family member in the garage now, so we can't do our videos in the garage anymore because this guy will be in here and it's his new home. So let's get in the car and I'll show you what's going on. Now this driver's side door does not really open that well. Passenger door does open well. This one you guys are going to see me struggle a little bit at first. It's kind of funny. There we go.
Like he said, this side actually opened pretty nice.
Yeah, that one opens up pretty well. Now, if you guys can see the doors on here, they've been gutted, but that's okay though. This car is actually going to be turned into a track car, which means we're going to possibly, well, we are just going to gut everything in here. When Bobby gets in here, you guys will see what we're talking about. The floor mats, they're garbage. We're going to end up taking those out and covering up all the wiring around here. Steering wheel's garbage. Dash cluster up here looks like garbage, but we're actually going to salvage that. That'll actually still work. The whole upper piece here, this is all, it looks like an earthquake went through here. Show them the speaker. That thing's even dead. But as much crap as this car has been through, I'm going to show you what still works on this car. It's amazing. It's amazing at what still works on this car. Now, wow, Bobby, that actually worked on the first try, buddy. So, the tach goes straight to 7. I don't know if you guys can see that in there, but the tach goes straight to 7. When I turn it off, it goes right back down to 0. I don't know what's up with that yet. All the lights still work on here. All the lights up here work perfectly fine. These are all great. If you guys haven't seen this, so it has lap time to the right there. And it also has a couple other things like your clock, your stop, and it's pretty cool. It even has seconds on here. It has an aftermarket radio in here for now, but we're gonna get all that replaced. If I actually turn on these lights, are you able to turn off your no? All right, guys. Well, the cool thing is that these lights all behind here, all the lights actually work, even on the cluster. Every single light works. It's on right now. That's off. That's on. All these work. And you know, like I said, none of this has been messed with since at least '81. It's been sitting outside, and there's some work that needs to be done. It's a little crusty in here, but it smells like an '80s car, that's for sure. Little compartments like this, these actually still work. The owner left me some change in there, which is nice. I'll fill up my tank with that. It's great. I have no idea if this cigarette lighter works. We're actually testing that out right now. I don't know if Bobby can get a visual on that. Here, let's nope. Well, this is like a new lighter. I don't know if you guys can see this. He replaced this at some point too. I'm gonna need to get a. Well, I don't know. Oh, you guys tell me if that's stock or not. I don't know if that's the one that came with the car or not, but I want to find out. As you can see, 5-speed manual. Earlier on, when I got my Corolla, I actually tried doing that in my Corolla. My Corolla is an automatic. So this door over here is gutted. The windows do work. Well, let's start out with the passenger one. This one does work. It goes down, goes back up, and maybe they need some love and attention. This one, nope, that one doesn't have enough power right now. We need to charge the battery up. As you can see, the dash lights and everything are starting to go. A smidgen, yeah. Everything needs to be powered up, but everything, even the horn. Listen, guys, listen. I'm gonna be real quiet for a second. Yeah, there we go. The horn works. Kinda works. We'll hop on that later. But yeah, everything works in this car, and so far.
Little cruise control gauge.
Yeah. Even for an '81, this thing has cruise control. It has the rear defroster here. I have my AC going on here. Of course, this isn't gonna work right now, but all these levers work perfectly fine. Says 280zx right here as well, which I'm really happy about. I actually like the fact that says 280zx. And I can turn this up. Maybe I can move the mirrors for you guys. Yeah. Moves, of course, you know, they make. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. That's moving. Little by little. But, you know, there's a lot of stuff on this car that works, and I'm super stoked to actually get this thing up and running. Even this light up here. Even this light up here works. This light up here actually works. I don't know if you guys can see that. That works. It didn't work earlier, but it works now. This car has a mind of its own. I freaking love this car, though.
You even have mirrors that fold down a different way.
You guys see how crusty that is? Look at that. Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah, that'll work.
I love it. This one, surprisingly, for a Japanese vehicle, is not how. I don't know. Well, I can't say because it's Japanese. I don't know if it's because the owner took it out or if it came factory like that. I'm not too sure on that. All that up here is rusted. All these screws up here are rusted. I don't know if I'll be able to replace those or not. I want to eventually get those replaced. I don't know if I can though because it's so rusted. Brake works even. If I put this down right now, the car's gonna start rolling. Maybe. I don't know. No, it's not rolling, but you can hear it click. Listen. It locks into place. Let me put it like this. His G35 out there, the e-brake doesn't work.
Nope.
The e-brake works in this thing. It works on, oddly enough, I haven't figured it out yet because when I put the e-brake up,
and Bobby's going to be surprised in this too. The front wheels lock, but when I take the e-brake down, it doesn't. So I don't know if that was back from when it had drums or not. I don't know if the back ones lock up or not yet. I haven't lifted up the back end to find out. That's how new this car is to us. I just got this car in yesterday. So I think you guys will like it about as much as me, hopefully. But a lot of you out there are probably looking at this car and already thinking about getting your tetanus shot. But I mean, this thing,
I'm going tomorrow.
I already have mine. But the doors and everything lock like they should. If I was to lock this from the outside, they would actually lock.
There's your gas tank.
Oh, and I'll show them how that works here in a minute. I have two sets of keys here. One of them actually says Nissan Motors, and the other one's just for the ignition, doors, trunk, etc. So I'll put this in right here just like that, turn it like that, and this pops up just like that. Now, the downside to this is, if you can hear that, this thing does not like staying up. So I have a block of wood that I've named Woody to hold up the trunk for now until I can get some proper stuff. This is my starter that I told you guys about. I took that out already. I tried hooking it up. Well, I didn't try. I did hook up all the electricals. Took this whole thing apart. The back screws here. Took this apart. Put it all back together, and nothing. Which is a shame, because if you can see on here, it says Made in Japan, and this one was actually factory that came with it, which sucks because the teeth on it look actually fairly phenomenal, but it just seized up from this car sitting for so long. But all this back here is all going to be gutted. Everything you see back here is going to be taken out, except for all the important bits here and there. You can see the trim on this is fairly okay for the most part, but ultimately in the end we're going to end up replacing that as well. You can see it still has all the pine needles and all that shit in it. The taillight, if you look at this thing's busted up. We're going to need to replace that. I have no idea if the tail light bulbs actually work or not. They may still work in place. I had a buddy of mine that was here besides Bobby. He said he said they thought they worked. He wasn't too sure. So I don't know. We'll have to try that eventually and see if that works. But if you haven't noticed, everything that's plastic on the inside of this car is basically cracked. And
Just where your label was.
This is where my label was. Now, when I first came upon this car, this label was here. Since it was sitting in his driveway, someone took my label. So I don't know if I want to get another one or debadge it. You guys tell me what you want me to do. What the heck is this, Bobby? I wonder. Oh, you know what this is, Bobby?
That's the light for the under the.
No.
That's for the
this is
windshield
motor.
wiper.
This is a motor. Well, here, let's do this with them. How do you pop this up? You just pop it, or?
I have no idea.
Ooh.
Hope you didn't break nothing.
No, I didn't break it. It's just stuck. Maybe? Question mark? Oh, that's all water. I don't know if that works, Bobby. What are we looking at here? Oh, holy crap, guys. Did you see that?
Oh, there's water. Somewhere leaking around here on the back windshield.
Look, yeah, like I said, this thing's falling apart at the seams. I see a hospital visit in my future. Look at that. Look inside of here. Look at this. So, there's a motor right there.
Yeah. There's
a motor right there. Everything's still connected. Everything is as it should be. It doesn't look like it's too corroded or anything. Let's see if it works properly. Here, this is what I want you to do. I wonder if...
That seems seized, man.
Yeah, well, we're going to turn it on and see if we can get it running. I don't know if we can or not. But I'm curious to find out. Alright, I turned it on already. Let's show everyone what's going on. Alright, we have ignition.
There is no movement whatsoever.
But guess what I hear?
What?
I hear signs of life up front. I hear the relay.
Well, we got left off.
It works, Bobby. Hold it up. I don't want to scrape the windshield. Just go with it. Is it actually? It works. Ah, don't do that. It works. I just had to break it loose.
I was doing that. You can ask them. I was pushing on it.
Oh my god, that's so awesome. So, all I've been doing with this car so far, guys, is literally breaking stuff loose, and it's been coming back to life. There's JDM for you, right there in the flesh.
Hey, all you gotta do is kick it. It'll work.
Except for the starter, that one. The starter's the only thing that wanted to be outside of this whole thing. Now, this antenna on the other hand, I have no idea what's going on with this. It was down here when I went inside, and then when I came back out, it was up here like this.
Yep.
Like I said before, this car has a mind of its own. Let's see if I can get the radio to work. Nothing, huh?
Nope.
Not even a sound?
Nope. Nope.
That's nuts.
Here's the motor he was talking about.
Yeah, if you guys can see this, even on the inside of the car, just a brand new case, just chilling in here. I don't know what the last owner was previously doing with this car, but this whole thing just popped out. So we have a spare tire over here from 1981 itself in the flesh. So that's a spare tire, never been used on this car at all whatsoever, not a day in its life. There's actually, this actually came with compressed air back in 1981. If you had a flat tire, these cars came with compressed air in it, and you can actually pump up the tire on the side of the road. So Nissan was kind enough to do that for you, and actually, if Bobby can zoom in here, and it shows the clamp and a picture of it. So I think that's pretty cool. And it would go in right here. You'd have your compressed air sitting in right there with the tire itself. Now, it had a can of compressed air in here, which it does not anymore, which is kind of sad because, yeah, would have been nice having that as a little trophy. But I still have the warranty for this car from 1981, and I think that's cool. These lights, yeah, these lights are gonna need some love. I'm gonna have to do some love to them. If you guys know any good sites to go to get parts or anything for this car that you know is reliable, let me know, because we need the love. The love needs to be here. I'm going to have to take this off. I'm going to have to take these off and just take this whole thing off and open that up. But the motor works, guys.
Oh yeah.
The windshield wiper motor works. So I didn't, honestly, I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't see that working. I thought it just wasn't going to work, period. It came to life. After sitting for a year and a half, right here in the flesh, came to life. That's pretty exciting for me. So I don't know if you guys have been through the experience at all, ever in your life, with getting a new car like this and building it up. But I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say on this, because this is freaking awesome. Well, I mean, even, look, I'll even point this back. You want to point your antenna backwards so you get the best aerodynamics possible, okay? It's the best part about it, okay? It came standard, stock like that from the factory. Just letting you know. Now I'm going to put this it's not a piece of crap. I'm gonna put Woody back in here. I'm gonna put this trunk back down and let that settle. And there we go.
To be honest, you know, this is, for me, this is like a barn find. I mean, to be honest, everything works, kind of works, but it actually doesn't look all that well.
Works
But
for Georgia standards.
it works.
For Georgia standards, yeah.
Yeah, for Georgia standards, yeah.
Super excited. The harmonic bouncer doesn't look that bad.
Now, for being a 38-year-old car, can you say that that engine bay looks okay-ish?
For 1981, sitting outside for a year and a half.
I mean, hell, you even got this light right here. It's supposed to come on while the, you know...
Well, no, here's the thing. Okay, so let me explain something about this light. So there's a switch that's supposed to go here, like a little toggle switch. And when you open up the hood of this car, the Japanese made it to where you can go flick and turn on the light at will whenever you want. And this is supposed to come off just like that. It comes out like that, so you can replace the bulb and do what you want. There's tons of little goodies and wires and stuff in there. But that comes off, so you can replace the bulb. This is supposed to have a toggle switch. I'm going to be getting a new one of these. But yeah, I think that was a genius idea, and I'm surprised that cars nowadays don't actually have that feature. But I like the fact that in this model vehicle, you actually have the option to turn it on and off at will when you please. You know, because if it's during the day, what if you didn't want the light on? At night, I understand. You know, but during the day, if you don't want the light on, what if you want to have it off? Yeah, this is true Nissan. This is okay. Now this engine is a single overhead cam. It's not dual, sadly, but it's okay. Back in '81, these were really strong engines. Still to this day, are really strong engines. That's why we're super excited to have this vehicle, because it's not going to go down the road and just throw a rod anywhere it pleases. All the cylinders and everything are doing good. Back in '81, they actually, and nowadays they don't have it, but this actually has a blower motor for the engine to actually blow air onto here to cool it off. And I thought that was a pretty cool feature for back in the day. Even to this day, I still think it's a wonderful feature. They don't want to do that stuff anymore, which, you know, I mean, I understand. You know, everyone has their preferences. Nissan went a different direction. But still, for back in '81, they put a lot of work into this car. And I will tell you what, every inch of this compartment of this bay is filled with nothing but parts and engine and wires and hoses and air lines and everything you can think of. It's all under the hood here. 100% certain it's under the hood. And it works. Not entirely yet, but it will work. Excuse me. This actually, if you look in here, there's actually perfectly good antifreeze in there. And on top of that, this actually looks brand new. So I guess he replaced that at some point. So I'm actually happy about that. Let's put that, if it wants to go back on. There we go. Yep, headlights are brand new on it. It's more so the back end that looks pretty hideous, and the inside. Besides that, I mean, the car still runs clean. Very excited, very happy with it. Now, when we do get the car started up and we get it running properly, after we get it warmed up, I will take the pressure washer to it and clean out the inside of the bay and make it look a little bit better. That way you guys can actually see the paint actually isn't that bad in here. It just looks really bad from sitting for so long. That's all that's really wrong with it. I mean, all the wires and everything still need to be updated on it. Of course, back in '81, you know, even to this day, you know, it has a distributor on it. This distributor is fine. It doesn't need to be timed or anything right now. The rotary cap or distributor cap, rotary button, those may actually need to be, I may actually need to take off that distributor cap and look and see how bad it's corroded in there. It may be corroded, it may not be. I don't know. I don't know every inch of this car that, you know, I don't know what this guy has replaced on this car. For the main part, I know it had lots of new parts in it. I put them on the car, and we're just going for broke on it. But 100. It'll run. When I get that start on, it'll run. It may run rough, but it'll run. So, those are. We have lots of future plans for you guys in this car. I think it's gonna be fun. Just remember, stay dirty and keep it real. And let us know what you think about this car, because this is gonna be a fun upcoming future for us and Fearless Mechanics, and you guys as well. Like he said, like, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff, and you have a great night.
All right, so now that you've seen a real JDM car, I want to know what you think about it. I want y'all to actually like, comment, and subscribe. Actually comment anything you want to know about this car. We will respond to you. Any comment, anything you want to know, we will absolutely answer any question that you want to know. Like we always say around here, if we ain't dirty, we didn't fix it. Fearless Mechanics out.
Bye, guys.